Welcome for my tourism Pathshala. It will transform your dream into reality. Good morning, my dear student. Today we are going to learn the brief discussion of Sigmund Freud's psychoanalytic theory. This theory is based on human behavior and mental illness that emphasizes the role of unconscious drive and childhood experiences. The two important terms, unconscious drive and childhood experiences, is the fundamental conception or fundamental perception of Sigmund Freud psychoanalytic theory. These experiences are based on number one, unconscious mind. According to Freud, Freud believed that the mind is responsible for both conscious and unconscious decision. That human behavior is influenced by unconscious memories, thought and urge. According to Freud, the unconscious mind is the main part of the human behavior which influence memories, thought and urge. Second important aspect of Sigmund Freud theory, the three level of consciousness. Freud theorized there are three levels of consciousness. Number one, consciousness. Number two, pre-consciousness. And number three, unconsciousness. Next important part of Freud theory, the part of the three part of the mind. Freud believed that the mind consists of three parts. Number one, ID. Number two, ego. Number three, superego. ID is the related, it is the based on the basic need, basic instinct of human behavior, food, dress, shelter, sex, the basic instinct. Number two, ego. Ego is the based on the reasoning part of the human brain, reasoning, thought, ideas, conception. And superego. Superego is the related, the value system. What should be good, what should be bad, which we learn from our childhood, from our society, from our family. These three parts often conflict one another. According to Freud, it is called fixation. And these fixations are fixations. According to Freud, it is based on psychosexual development. Next important concept he has given, that is called defense mechanism. Freud came up with the idea of defense mechanism, which are a way the ego distort reality to protect itself from anxiety and negative feelings. Defense mechanism protect the human being from their anxiety and negative feelings. Next important or mind-blowing conception of Sigmund Freud theory, that is called Oedipus complex. Freud theory of the Oedipus complex, we all know, more or less we know the Oedipus complex is a great Greek character, Oedipus. The Oedipus complex describes the child unconscious desire to possess the opposite sex parent and to eliminate the same sex one. Main central conception of Oedipus complex is that the child unconscious desire to possess the opposite sex. That is the Oedipus complex. And next important thing is the psychoanalysis as a treatment. Freud is a great psychoanalytic expert, and according to him, the psychoanalysis is a method for treating mental disorder that involves bringing repressed contact back into consciousness And one technique is diagnostic interpretation of dream. Diagnostic interpretation of dream is one of the method or process and procedure of psychoanalytic treatment. And Freud theory was developed. This is another important aspect. Freud theory was developed in the early 1890s and refined until his death 1939. The entire discussion is based on this. We can understand through this diagram. The Sigmund Freud personality of Sigmund Freud psychoanalytic theory of personality is based on two models. Number one, topographic model. Number two, dynamic or structural model. The topographic model is based on three parts, the three state of consciousness. Number one, conscious. Number two, subconscious or preconscious. Number three, unconscious. Dynamic or structural model based on few parts. Number one, mental functioning or mental activity, which is based on three areas. Number one, ID. Number two, ego. Number three, superego. Next, dynamic personality. The dynamic personality is based on two areas, physiological energy and psychic energy. Basically three areas of dynamic of personality. Number one, physiological energy, this energy which help us the physical movement. Number two, psychic energy is a mental energy. Number three, basic instinct. The basic instinct has divided into two parts. Number one, eros. Number two, thanatos. Eros means the love, desire, and thanatos is the death and fear. Next important area, defense mechanism and development of various stages of development of personality. Next we try to understand the defense dynamic two-part defense mechanism and development of personality. Defense mechanism has various characteristics. Number one, denial. Number two, repression. Number three, regression. Number four, reaction formalities. Number five, projection. 6, rationalization. 7, intellectualization. 8, displacement. 9, sublimation. And development of personality, the stages of development of personality, which is based on psychosexual development. It has 5 parts. Number one, oral stage from birth to 18 months. Second, anal stage 18 months to 3 years. Third, phallic stage 3 years to 6 years. And fourth, latency stage 6 years to puberty. And finally, genital stage, puberty on. So these are this diagrammatic model of method of Sigmund Freud psychoanalytic theory. In my next class, next video, I will give you the detailed analysis, the entire perspective of Sigmund Freud psychoanalysis theory. Thank you.